Oh, remember how during the interview I mentioned the how I learned about combat as storytelling from wrestling?
Yes.
Do you want me to tell you that real quick?
Oh my God, yes.
Do you know pro wrestling? Do you ever have you ever watched it?
I've seen so many bits of it. I've never sat down and watched an entire match, but I have been fascinated with it as I've gotten to know.
So what it is not is a sports show,
Yeah.
but it's supposed to seem like a sports show, right?
Hmm.
It's a show about people putting on a sports show,
Yeah.
and it's told through improvisational tumbling to look like a fight, and then they use the fight to tell a story.
A friend of mine years ago called it soap opera for dudes.
It's Cirque du Soleil with punching. It's that's what it is. They do all those acrobatics and jumping and tumbling and everything. They use it to make it look like it's a fight, and they structure the whole show around it to seem like it's a fight in this imaginary combat sport. And they're working together to put on a show and make it look like a fight. And it's improvised in front of a live audience also, which is kind of an amazing thing to do these.
It's yes and on a scale that is just bonkers.
So they get very economical about their fight storytelling, right? Like some of it depends on the announcers. The announcers are there to help tell you the story of the fight and what led up to it and everything and make it sound like a sports broadcast. And okay, that's just the groundwork. Okay. Here is the simplest wrestling story. And you tell me if this isn't using a fight to tell a story. All right. So two guys in the ring, one's wearing blue shorts, one's wearing red shorts, right? The guy with the blue shorts, he walks in the center of the ring, sticks his hand out, and he's like, let's shake, right? And the other guy comes up and blows him off, smacks the hand away, right? Everyone goes, boo, right? And then they start fighting, right? And the guy in the red trunks slapped the hand away, right? He is playing a little fast and loose with the rules, right? Because in this sport, if the referee didn't see it, it didn't happen,
Yeah.
right? That's important. So anyway, he's flaunting the rules. He's like taunting him, flipping off the audience, right? Like nobody likes this guy. Then, right as he's about to win, a group of other bad guys come in, right? They hate blue shorts, or sorry, they hate red shorts, right? So they're coming. These are bad guys coming in to make a bad guy lose,
Oh.
right? So they come in, they interfere, they get him, they knock him down, right? Blue shorts takes advantage, pins him, gets the win, runs out, right? Now, red shorts is in the ring and he's just getting beat. Like they're four guys and they're just totally beating him. He doesn't have a chance. Blue shorts is at the entrance, right? Looking back at red shorts getting beat up, hands on his head, just clearly moral dilemma,
Yeah.
looking back and forth. What do I do? He turns around and he runs back to the ring and he starts beating up those guys with red shorts. They manage to drive them away from the ring. And then red shorts holds out his hand and they shake hands.
Yeah.
Right? Do you see?
Yeah.
It's the whole
That was
thing.
such an arc.
Yeah. And that's like the easiest little like wrestling story that there is. And it's just, and the whole time the announcers are saying like, they'll have a bad guy announcer and a good guy announcer, right? And the bad guy's like, he's got to cheat to win. You got to do whatever you can to win, right? And the good guy's, how dare he do this, right? And then at the end, they build it up and build it up. This is a mugging. Somebody's got to stop this, right? And so when he comes back in, the crowd's losing their mind, right? Like it all builds up to just telling a story with punching. And it's
Oh my
such a
God.
simple little story, right? No shaking hands to shaking hands is and you feel that so
Mhm.
that's like what I learned from wrestling in terms of telling stories with punches is you don't have to go very far because the fight itself can kind of tell the story of what's happening,